I shall now take you alongside me to MedLove. MedLove here will be hosted by Surabhi Khanal. Surabhi is a gorgeous hostess on GTV Fox 5 Plus. Today she is found in a dialogue with Miss Seema Sethi. Let's take a look.
This is MedLove with your monthly talks here on Global Television Network on Fox 5 Plus. Welcome to all of you in the United States and around the world. I'm your hostess, Surabhi Khanal. Now here on the show today we have someone that is very active in public service, works as an advisor on the Virginia Governor Appointee Board, is very active in volunteerism, and is president of her nonprofit, Society for Enrichment of Asians. Ms. Seema Sethi, welcome to the show, Ms. Seema.
Thanks for inviting me.
Now, I hear that you're working in media and working on issues within media, and you have produced films, and you work with, you have worked with a movie titled Stories of Silence, Invisible Citizens, Stories of Silence. So explain a little bit about that for our viewers that don't know.
Okay. First, our nonprofit Society for Enrichment of Asians, it focuses on the issues of Asian American and involve them into civic engagement, education, art and culture. So our current project which we worked was making a documentary drama on the issues of immigrants who come to US and they come from different cultures and countries, and their country of heritage, values, laws, culture and customs are very different than US. So the struggle they face in adjusting to their new home, we have focused those issues.
Okay, and so I know that your movie, Invisible Citizens, Stories of Silence, how did you get that name, and what made you promote this idea that there is a silence?
Actually, being on our nonprofit and a lot of other social service activities, I have hosted with other organizations in collaboration, a lot of panel discussions, roundtables on those issues, and workshops and seminars on domestic violence or talking about the resources. But the people who need help, they never join. If a woman or anybody is facing domestic violence, she will not go to a seminar. The family will not send them to a seminar for awareness or those type of things. So after a lot of things and talks, we thought that media is a powerful tool and we can reach more people by media. So that's why we thought that movie would be better.
For sure. I mean, I watch movies all the time, and I feel like it's so strong and impactful how media's can change our viewpoint or shape our viewpoint. And do you believe that there's that power in media for them to deconstruct the silence around things like sexual violence, domestic violence, and the issues that you've worked with?
Yeah, of course, media, social media in today's world play a very powerful role, and it can reach a lot of audience all over the world and in US. So media is more powerful tool. And Stories of Silence is because a lot of people don't want to speak directly, so in the form of a movie we can show those.
And you focus a lot on culture and the cultural differences. So explain to us a little bit more about how culture can be impactful when it comes to trauma.
Actually, each culture have different customs and values, and mostly we are following those values, laws and systems. So especially in Asian or South Asian culture, we don't speak much. We don't share our stories with a lot of other people, maybe our family, or sometimes even if you're facing abuse or problems, we don't even share with our families. And then because of the shame or stigma, we don't talk about those things. So especially in mental health counseling or those type of things, even we don't go for all those activities. So it's very important that we should cross that cultural barriers and try to get engaged into other cultures, learn from each other, mingle into diversity, and that plays a great role.
So basically we definitely need a lot of people to step up when it comes to asking for help, right? But working in nonprofits, and you work in nonprofits, do you still feel that there is a shortage when it comes to resources? And like, even though that there's so many organizations out there, sometimes someone in need might not get the help that they need. So how do you deal with that shortage that might come about?
Yeah, actually, there is a lot of shortage in resources. I know a lot of non-profits are working and departments are working resources. But what happens that each non-profit, sometimes they have their selection criterias.
Right.
And most of the resources are for low-income families.
Right.
And if you don't fall into their selection criteria of any non-profit or resource, then you don't need help. So there is always need of more resources, especially in domestic violence and abuse issues. Lawyers are not much available. There is more need of pro bono attorneys. There is more need of attorneys who can offer help.
Right.
Because most of the people don't know even low bono attorney charges $200 per hour.
Right.
And it's expensive. So these are the things where more resources are needed, and housing. Then people who are facing abuse or any problem, if they have to settle back in US, they don't have education, they don't have experience of job.
Right.
So these are the trainings which are definitely needed.
Right. I definitely agree that there is struggle when it comes to transitioning straight from India or a South Asian country to the United States. So it's good that there's organizations to help with that transition. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Seema, for being on the show, and we wish you the best of luck with your endeavors. It is so important to highlight these issues, especially on a platform like media, when it has such power to shape viewpoints. So keep your head up high, tell a joke, and don't forget to keep on going even though there's so much going on in the world. This is your hostess, Sarabi Kanal, signing off.